Hello and welcome to episode 64 of the Jeffrey and Brian Show. I'm Jeffrey.
Brian.
We're just two guys drinking beer, talking what's going on. I think I'm recording this. I'm not sure. It didn't give me the option. I could pause it or stop it.
Then you're recording. If you got those two options, then you're recording.
That's what I thought, but I didn't actually hit the button. It just changed when you hit record. Anyway, we got a couple extra people today, apparently. I guess you let them go and look it up in advance and didn't tell them what they were going to be doing. You gonna introduce them?
Yeah, I have my fearless wife over here, Kathy. You see her hand waving?
I do.
And then this is Isaac, a Navy buddy of mine. So we continue the theme of Go Navy on the podcast.
Lot of Navy vets.
Yep.
Not hard to find Navy vets that drink.
No, not at all. Especially when you're in Pensacola.
Oh, geez. I'm sorry. Anyway, I got some crap in here that I don't really care about. Some dude lit his house on fire because the state tried to cut his grass. This sounded interesting, but then the meat and potatoes for real. It's what happened in Virginia, New York, New Jersey.
Yeah,
that was all big deal shit that kind of eclipsed any of these small town things that happen. You know what I mean? I mean, it's even eclipsing the Rittenhouse trial, which is going to be a huge indication of how society's going, I think.
Yeah.
You've been following up on that?
Not really.
Oh man, it's the prosecution's making the defense's case. It's just like the Zimmerman trial. The company's like, oh, so he only shot the guy because he tried to kill him. He goes, then the guy that the prosecution brings up is like, yeah. He's like, fuck you, I'm going to kill you. Like, oh. Anyway, I swear they just have him on trial to stop people from rioting.
Well,
they called him a white supremacist and a white nationalist. He was just there to shoot black people, but everyone he shot was white. And the first one was a 5-time convicted pedophile.
The Democrat police.
Yeah. Rosenbaum. I don't know. This is being glossed over by a lot of stuff. You can find stuff about the Rittenhouse online if you go looking for it, but I haven't seen anything about this trial on the news, except for CNN and MSNBC doing retractions about a whole bunch of crap they published months ago.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, that's my piece on that. We can move on from there. I had to bring it up because there's too much to just gloss over, and there's too much to actually sit down and talk about without video and stuff,
Yeah. Well, for anybody that's been living in the sand, their head in the sand for the last week, the Republicans had a major upset happen in the blue state of Virginia, where we took back the governor's office, the lieutenant governor's office, and the attorney general's office. First time this has happened since 2009.
Yes.
We as in who?
We as in the Virginians.
The Republicans?
You mean the Republican Party. And I was gonna say the same thing. What do you mean we?
we as in who? Like, the people we.
And what's interesting is another interesting aspect is that the lieutenant governor is a black female Republican,
not African American.
Yes, African American.
No, not African American.
Who likes guns?
And she loves guns.
Yeah, I've seen that picture everywhere.
And then the other guy was I think of Cuban descent. Yep. His family's of Cuban descent.
Well, didn't Joy Behar and Rachel Maddow tell us that it was white women being racist? Why the Republicans won? So what do they do when elected people of color?
Right.
Oh my God. And what's funny is how long we've been talking about this, though, that the suburban moms are gonna be pissed when they find out what their kids are being taught, because now they're finally
Yeah.
seeing it on Zoom
Yeah.
and they got pissed. We've been talking about this for a while, and and here they are. Here I believe the term is the chickens or the hens are coming home to roost or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I'm not related to myself. I can't remember those colloquialisms. I don't know. Interesting stuff. The lieutenant governor. She's Jamaican descent, right?
Yes.
Actually,
Uh-huh, that's right.
Jamaica.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
born over there.
But I mean, if Kamala Harris can be African American, so can she.
Well, no, Kamala actually, she's Haitian and
Jamaican.
and Jamaican, so it's not even any
She's
African.
Indian in Jamaica.
Oh, that's right, Indian.
Indian. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Not feather.
No.
So she's not even Christian. So
Not Elizabeth Warren Indian.
Nice. She the whitest woman on the planet. No, that's the best part is the average human is more Neanderthal than Elizabeth Warren is Native American. That makes me laugh so hard.
Says she was a devil dog as well.
Oh, she was in the Marines?
She was in the Marines.
Yeah, as I say, Elizabeth Warren said she was a Marine.
No,
Oh,
no.
no.
We're back.
This lieutenant governor?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lieutenant
Winston
Governor,
Sear.
I didn't know you guys voted for your lieutenant governor.
Yeah, we do.
I thought that was like a VP type thing that came with.
No.
No, we vote for
usually-
Lieutenant Governor. It's pretty much just a figurehead position. They preside over the Senate, break ties. They can't introduce any legislation,
Yeah,
and
same
they
idea
take
as the
over
VP.
in case something happens to the governor. So
Yeah, same idea as the vice president.
yeah,
But a lot of states do it. They come as a package deal, just like the president and the
no,
VP
we do it
come as a
separately.
package. That's interesting. I've never thought of doing it that way.
Yeah, sometimes you end up with a Democrat governor and a Republican vice president in Virginia. It's rare, but it happens.
I wouldn't know when that would have happened. They've had
We
or
talked about it
Democrats have
before.
had the governorship since 2009, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
usually everybody bought down tickets. So
That was under Obama, I believe.
They messed up when they raised the gas prices.
Biden did it.
What are you
First thing
drinking?
up,
Are you drinking Long Island stew?
No, I've got
Oh, thank God.
a rum and coke in a mason jar.
Yeah, I saw the major. I was like, if you're drinking Long Islands that are that big, I was like, you're gonna get blasted.
No, he was drinking. I have tea, but it's not alcoholic, and he was joking about that.
Since 9 this morning.
I've been drinking since 9 this morning.
Yeah, right.
I usually start between 10 and noon on the day of a show, just because like I go out with my buddies and have a pitcher and then go do something at home, then have a couple beers later. And by the time I get to the show, it's been like a dozen beers over the day.
I was like, Brian,
No.
Well, you still don't control yourself until you sit down and drink 3 more like in a row. Then all of a
Yeah.
sudden you're like, what the hell is going on? And I black out the whole show.
It's good for hydration. Now you're supposed to stay hydrated.
I don't think my liver's liking it so much.
No,
No, probably not.
they're screaming
what
at
do we
you.
got left of it?
Yeah, well,
Kidneys,
you
your
got 3
kidneys are
lobes.
screaming at you too.
Why do you think I reproduced? Now I have an organ farm.
what?
He has an organ farm.
It's an organ farm. That's why we produce.
All right. We can get into the Democrat thing, but I do want to touch on this California thing first. By 2024, small gasoline powered engines are going to be illegal in California. And I know a lot of people might be thinking like, oh, so what? You can get an electric lawnmower, an electric weed whacker, an electric chainsaw. I understand that argument, but this includes generators. So what happens when a storm happens, which they happen a lot in California, and fires, and now you don't have a generator to run an emergency pump to keep your house from flooding or to keep the lights on and the heat on in the middle of the winter, or, the AC on in the middle of the summer. This sounds like a giant mistake that was not thought through.
Like anything Democrats do.
Is that?
It's like anything Democrats do.
There's that's insane. It would be like
There'd be
What's
no
the purpose
generator.
of
You wouldn't have it. It'd have to be battery powered. You wouldn't be able to have an electric generator.
You could have batteries.
Car batteries?
Yeah.
Yeah, and batteries
Which-
don't hold charge. You have to keep
Oh.
them continuously charging.
There's an alternator on there.
Well, yeah, an
In other words-
alternator, but
in
that's
other
how a
words, you need
generator
your-
works.
That's crazy.
It's a good idea, fairies. They're everywhere.
Now, I'm not sure if they're going to. It says banning all. I only read half the article. I should have read the whole thing. I usually do. I'm not sure if they're going to say the one you already have is illegal, or if you just can't buy them anymore.
I don't know.
What if they stop the gas? No more gas sale in California.
Well, no, you can still have cars and everything else that are run on gasoline.
No, like gas station. Like, you know what? We're not gonna have no more gas station. So
That'd be an interesting way to get their entire agenda across real quickly. Just outlaw gasoline.
no, like you cannot put no more new gas stations if your gas tank like in ground leaks or anything like that. You cannot replenish it. You have to cancel it. Like you have to, so it's gonna be less and less gas station.
Because sooner or later something's gonna leak. Either
Yeah,
that,
they're gonna ban the sales. It looks like.
Yeah.
okay, so you can still own it. Like if you have a
Yeah, you
generator
could
or a
probably go
scooter.
to
Another state.
a local state,
Get
yeah,
it.
a state right next to them.
Well, yeah, that sounds easy if you're in a place like Massachusetts, but
Not in
California
it ain't
might
that
be.
easy.
Yeah, it might be hundreds of miles to go get a generator.
If
Yeah.
your car can make it that far.
So what we need to
I'll
do
just
then?
Amazon it. Just
No,
have
what
it
we
shipped.
need to do is drive to Arizona or fly to Arizona, rent a U-Haul, buy a butt ton of generators, and just drive as far west as we can and sell them to everyone. And then we get arrested for price gouging.
Mhm.
Just Amazon it. Have
Actually,
it
if we got
shipped to your
arrested,
door.
yeah, if we got arrested, we'd get arrested for smuggling and all sorts of stuff too.
Smuggling generators.
Might as well just do cigarettes then.
Yeah, exactly. If we're gonna get caught smuggling them, we may as well do cigarettes from Virginia.
Why?
to
So you could get
Massachusetts.
choked to death by a cop?
Ah, wow.
Oh goodness.
Okay. But yeah, I don't know,
So
Like that-
hardcore.
that small engine thing really bothers me. I think it's going to be an issue, and I didn't get that from our typical news sources. That's it.
No, you saw
it-
that. You got
It's an automotive
Car
news
scoop.
source.
Yeah.
Yeah, automotive news source that I occasionally read because I like cars. You know, usually I get crap like this from like Ben Shapiro or something. You know, or I don't know. I don't even know where I get my news from. Really, I have it all set up already in a feed the way I have it. Like I like it to go.
Uh-huh. But this is typical of California trying to make changes in their state that they know full well because they're such a large state that it'll ripple across the state. They're the reason why the mileage standards typically keep going up and up and up, or everybody has a catalytic converter. Because if it wasn't for California, we wouldn't have catalytic converters in the other 49 states.
Catalytic
Yeah.
converters. And you're
We
right.
have
And those are great, actually. I mean, you reduce a little bit of horsepower and torque, but it's only a minimal amount. And it
Mhm.
Until
really
somebody
cleans up.
somebody steal you kind of like a
Yeah,
million,
until
like,
the thieves come along and steal them all because they can take them to the salvage yard and get hundreds
Yeah,
of bucks for them.
Yeah, they're worth a couple bucks. There's platinum, gold, iridium, palladium in those things. I took one apart once and I was like, I'm gonna separate the metals and everything. And
Oh boy.
yeah, I did. I tried to build a centrifuge that I could heat up and melt the metals and have them separate by density, and it did not work the way I wanted it to. It went horribly wrong.
Whose car did you get it off of?
Yeah, the neighbor next door is his new F-350 Super Duty. No, it was actually from my first car. It was an 82 Ford
Sure.
LTD.
That didn't have a catalytic converter.
Yeah, it did.
It was a hollow tube, is what it was, probably.
Just about, actually. It was
Yeah.
when they were just brand new. It was
Yeah.
it was a little bit bigger and it looked like a flex hose almost
Yeah.
with a mesh. And there was like, it almost looked like fiberglass inside, but it was like interwoven different metals that were supposed to act as a filter. Not like a modern day catalytic converter. Those things are crazy. That's why they're worth a ton of money.
I heard they used to put asbestos in the old ones.
They did. That was actually part of my issue when I tried to do my shit. Well, when you heat it up, asbestos eventually it's really good at retaining heat and not burning. But when it goes, all of a sudden it just goes and kind of explodes and splashes molten metal everywhere.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah, it went horribly wrong when that was spinning around very quickly.
So Ice Cube has decided to stand by his COVID non-vaccination rule and drop out of a movie.
Yeah, he was looking to make a couple $1 million too, right?
I think it was at 3 million or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, I commend him for turning down $3 million to stand by his principles. I do. But the issue is that the average American trying to do this kind of stuff is having a lot more trouble than someone who's already worth millions of dollars, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I do think it's awesome that he stuck by what he thinks. And if they said, you're not welcome, then he said, okay, then I'll go home.
Right, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we made it on the list, but just before the start of the show, federal court system has already put a stay on the OSHA mandate rule. Okay. All right.
It's on the list, which actually is frustrating because I had a whole thing set up for that. And now we're just we're gonna go through everything I was pissed off about and then say, oh, by the way, the court already said, fuck you, Joe Biden. I'm sorry. They said, let's go, Brandon.
Yes, he's got a "Let's Go Brandon" T-shirt. Isaac does.
I keep thinking about getting one, but I don't know if it's going to be popular enough so that it'll be remembered in the future.
Probably not.
But I mean, it's even the boomers are doing it now, and it still hasn't gone away, which makes me think it might be around for a while. Because usually by the time they're making jokes on the Late Show, it's not really cool anymore, you know?
Yeah.
I think it's the #1 hit song right now.
And 2 and 5, I think.
No, it was actually 1, 2, and 3. They kicked Adele to #4 spot.
Oh, Fancy moved down?
Yeah, no, Adele, she had a song.
Oh no, there was that country song, Fancy that was right near the top on the Apple charts for a while.
Oh, yeah.
It's Fancy like Applebee's on a date night. The daughter loves that song. She even does a honky tonk dance, rolling her hands backwards like she's doing the I'm white kid dance thing. It's pretty funny.
Does she dance like Greta Thunberg?
No. And by the way, Greta keeps saying that we're all being selfish, and how dare you? How dare you? Well, she's being selfish. Is she going to share any of them extra chromosomes? Anyone who didn't get that joke, I'm sorry. Anyone who did get that joke, I'm really sorry.
I'm really sorry. So I guess going back to Ice Cube, he said, "Oh hell no."
Well, was that an actual quote?
Oh hell no was the actual movie he was going to be in too, though. It was called Oh Hell No.
Oh, nice.
So I guess he said Oh Hell No.
To Oh Hell No movie.
That's even better.
It's supposed to be Jack Black in there too.
Yeah. Interesting what they would do together.
I know, in Hawaii as well.
Ice Cube, honestly though, he's been more malleable, not malleable, more flexible as an actor than I would have thought originally.
Well, he's been doing a lot of family-friendly movies.
Yeah. And when I think Ice Cube, I still think Straight Outta Compton.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I still hear NWA. Brian, I know my NWA.
Oh yeah.
It was a $9 million payday, is what he turned down actually.
$9 million.
$9 million.
That's a lot of money to say no, thank you.
It's a lot of great. Oh hell no is what he said.
That might be the name of the show. Oh hell no.
Oh hell no. Actually, it might be, especially with this whole OSHA thing that just happened. And Virginia, and the entire country just told the Democrats, we've had enough of your bullshit. Oh hell no. I think Brian's right here.
The one that took me by real surprise, New Jersey, it was almost a Republican state. You know, and
Yeah,
on
but
top
at
of
3
that-
a.m. they just happen to get enough votes to win.
Oh
But
no,
isn't it
and
in the margin of error? Isn't it they in the they're doing a recount?
they are doing
There's
it.
no automatic recount in Virginia, in
No,
New
in
Jersey.
New Jersey? Okay.
Yeah, he has to file paperwork. It will be approved, but it's not an automatic.
Well, you might forget.
You will
And the one
forget.
that really surprised me after that, the trucker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
The guy that spent $153
New
on the
Jersey. New
campaign.
yeah, he corrected. He spent $150 for the primary and $5,000 for the race.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's,
but
that's news to
still,
me.
yeah, and apparently somehow on Friday they found 12,000 ballots somewhere to unseat him.
Oh, yeah, of course they will or did.
Yeah.
So
Just for anyone who may not have heard this, the Democrat incumbent had been in office. No, that was a different one. Never mind. That was the one in Buffalo. Sorry. This dude was a
Yeah.
truck driver for like a furniture company and just had enough.
Yeah, he
And
just bought it.
yeah, and he's like, I'm just gonna put my name on the ballot. And he said, I'm a real person. I'm not just gonna lie to you.
Mhm.
yeah, and he
And
was going up against
the
that guy
president of the
was going up
Senate.
against an AOC sponsored person.
Yes, and he was the president of the New York State Senate.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and he's like, I can't believe this is. And they're like, so what do you do? He's like, I have no idea what to do. I guess I'll find out what my job is when my first day I show up. I think this is good, but at the same time, I think that's what Congress is for, not the Senate.
Yeah.
Just me, I'd like to see the Senate go back to what it used to be when the Senate was doctors and lawyers, and the Congress was welders and plumbers, and photographers and landscapers. You know what I mean?
Right.
People.
Well, I like the way that seems to make more sense to me. Is you have the representation from the very successful and well educated, and then you have common folk that get a say. I thought that was the whole freaking point of the Senate and the Congress.
At least
Yeah.
do like 2 or 3 terms as a delegate, then go for Senate, and I'm be okay with that.
Yeah.
To be as a senator, a state senator.
But dude has every right to run, and
Yeah.
whoever the people put in
Yeah.
place, that's who's going to do the job. And I think that's pretty badass. So what he paid $5,193 or something like that total to
Yeah.
become a senator in the state of New
And-
York.
The Jersey, and the other guy
Jersey, also.
paid millions of dollars for the campaign.
Well, he didn't pay. Let's get real.
Yeah.
His donors paid.
Yeah, he paid the $153, and that was for like donuts and coffee to talk to people to get donated money too.
Which they love Dunkin' Donuts up there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you don't understand. You don't understand. The end of the universe is in my town. It's within a mile of my house. Because
You don't
can
have
you
enough
imagine?
Dunkin' Donuts?
Can you imagine walking out of a Dunkin' Donuts, right, and looking across the street? What's the last thing you could possibly think that would be across the street?
A Dunkin' Donuts.
Another Dunkin'
7-Eleven.
Donuts. All of the time, within a mile of my house, I walk out from a Dunkin' Donuts, and there's a Dunkin' Donuts across the street.
Because that's
There's
for
some
traffic going the
7-Elevens
other
in
way.
here.
That's
What's
for
that?
traffic going the other way. You gotta be able to get it on both sides.
It almost seems like the way it's going because it is right next to the highway. But
Yeah.
one's the freestanding one that's like actually makes the donuts and delivers them to everyone else in the area.
Okay.
And the one across the street is inside of a mobile.
Gas station, yeah.
So yeah, to be fair, but it's still a Dunkin' Donuts across the street from a Dunkin' Donuts, and there's still lines around the corners trying to get their coffee every day.
Everybody
Dude, I
loves
got
double
like-
D's.
I got like 5 7-Elevens in here within like
What?
3-mile
He's
distance.
in
Yeah.
Virginia.
Yeah, just as good as 7-Elevens in Virginia, though. They're
Yeah.
And
the
it's
place is
Circle
lousy
K
with
in
them.
Florida. So
Circle K in Florida, yeah.
Circle K.
You know what I
Haven't
miss
been to
from
Florida in so
Pensacola?
long.
Howie burgers, Howie pizzas, the Howie's.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, there's a good pizza from that place.
The question is, how do you drink your Dunkin' Donuts?
Oh shoot!
well,
How do you drink
actually,
it, Dunkin' Donuts?
You can't even get a Dunkin' Donut at Dunkin' Donuts anymore. They used to actually have them. There was a little extra like nub on your plain donut that stuck out so you could hold it, dunk it in your coffee.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah.
They don't. You can't get the ones with a handle anymore.
Come with the handle.
That's what we always called it. It's a donut with a handle for dunking in your coffee.
Well, I mean, that's like Little Caesar's Pizza, you know. Their pizza motto was because they used to give away a pizza when you bought a pizza.
Yeah, you were just buying the pizza for half as much money.
Yeah.
But yeah, that, I mean,
because y'all went from politics to talking about pizzas and donuts.
That's what we do.
no, that's actually what we do every time.
Hey, Brian, while you're down there, you should have some water burgers.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He had one
Yeah.
last time he came. He hasn't
Yeah.
done it yet.
They got
Oh,
a
man.
burger with green chilies on it now.
What? Man, I need to
Yeah.
find a
What
Coca-Cola.
a bugger.
I haven't had a Whataburger
Um,
in a minute.
I know, I missed that place. Anyways,
Yeah, I want to get to this thing that happened in Buffalo.
what
Uh,
happened?
so there was this incumbent that got primaried AOC style by a socialist, just like AOC. And it looked like they were just going to walk in and win this election because they had a D next to their name. Some dude runs a write-in campaign. An actual write-in candidate won a position as mayor of Buffalo.
Yeah.
That's unheard of, right? Like you never get a
Uh-huh.
write-in candidate to win anything besides like small town kind of crap because no one voted besides like 12 people, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and Buffalo's not a small city either, you know. It's a
So they
pretty
invented
big
the Buffalo wing.
Yeah, they invented the
So
Buffalo.
that was Byron Brown.
Yeah, Byron Brown.
Byron Brown. And in 2021, he left the Democratic Party.
Oh, so there you go. Well, how many? Here's the
Became
question.
an independent.
that makes me want to ask us: did he leave the Democrat Party, or did the Democrat Party leave him?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because isn't there a congressman in office right now who officially left the Democrat Party while he was in office?
Yeah, I think he might be he's in New Jersey, I think, or up that way.
Yeah.
I wish I had done more digging because usually I like to have these kind of tie-ins. But it's one thing to change your party and then run again. Dude was in office like, yeah, by the way, I'm not a Democrat anymore. And first thing I thought was your constituents might be pissed. You know, they voted for you. But anyway, I went off on a tangent like I do.
No, that was the donut.
Typical.
The peanut gallery needs to get a little bit closer to this microphone.
You see where that 19-year-old ran for New Jersey for school board?
No, I didn't.
No.
Yep. Egg Harbor, New Jersey. 19-year-old Nicholas Seppi ran against one of the school board members who had canceled his last year of high school.
Yeah, I actually did hear.
And he
about
won by like a huge landslide.
Nice. I
19.
think they need to add more like family parents to the school board instead of just
Oh,
having
yeah.
people that.
And
Well-
like the 19-year-old, you know, he's got more experience. He just came from school, you know. He's got like firsthand experience, you know.
Yeah.
That's a good point. If we know when you put people in charge of the school board that are 65, it's been a long time since they've dealt with the issues that teenagers deal
Yeah.
with.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they're not the same that they were 50 years ago, too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we had enough weird shit to deal with when we were teenagers, but at least we didn't have smartphones and internet to publish that crap when we were doing it.
No.
Yeah.
So
We didn't have to worry about the transgenders in our bathrooms, you know.
Oh, don't even talk about that.
That
We
was
can go
last week's show.
that was last
Yeah.
week's show about the butt raping boy in a skirt.
Yeah.
And his
Oh,
mom.
you hear about the mother?
The, mo-
Yes,
the
they are.
mom.
And Loud
You hear about the
County in
mom?
Virginia.
I heard about the mom.
You didn't hear about the mom, Brian?
Uh-uh.
The mom trying to say like, well, he already saw sex with her, but it's not rape. It's like, really?
Well, and then said, I'm sure
It was
that I'm
sodomy
sure he
and
didn't
rape.
mean, I'm sure it wasn't supposed to be sodomy.
Yeah. Right.
What she could have got away at any time and said something, but didn't. And I'm sure it was an accident being in her butt. but
Yeah.
it could have only been like 10 or 15 seconds. And I was like,
That's
are you
it.
really justifying butt rape in a bathroom?
That's insane.
Glad she's not on the school board.
She looked like she could be in the school board. She got
She
color hair and stuff like that.
She may as well have been.
Yeah.
There've been official apologies, but no one's resigned, have they?
No.
No, of course not.
Well, that's one of the reasons Junkin won the election, is because it was Loudoun County. Really, he was able to
Put a
use that
spotlight.
issue to get the parents involved, and the parents realize what crazy things are going on in different school systems, and they decided to vote how they decided to vote.
I thought because McAuliffe at the end, like, you know what, we got too many white teachers and stuff, so I guess
Oh,
the
that was a
white
big
teachers
one.
they want to get fired.
No, well, not just that. McAuliffe said that parents shouldn't have any say in what their kids are taught. And then he doubled down when they gave him a chance to like pull back a little bit, and he doubled down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mistake.
And then said, we're going to fire all the white teachers because, he's like, I understand you're trying to be diverse, but
You
maybe even if you're
Yeah.
going to do a diversity quota, you don't fire people for it. It's as you hire new people, you make, you know what I
Right.
mean? You make sure it's more diverse.
No, I mean, like, well, why are you gonna hire diverse when you can just hire the more qualified?
That's what it should be. It should have nothing
I
to
mean,
do.
will you okay
with your color.
if you're gonna do diverse, will you be okay flying a plane in a plane by a pilot that's not white? Like
That
now you're
gotta
gonna be
be-
questioning, did this guy barely pass it, or he actually qualified to fly this
Well, I hear what you're saying. You always wonder if that brain surgeon was a diversity hire.
thing? Yeah.
That's what he's saying. It's always at least in the back of your head,
If you lower the standards, I
But-
mean, if you keep the standard high, you're
but
not
they're
gonna
not
question
necessarily
who it is.
lowering the standard. They're just. I'm just going to play devil's advocate because I don't agree with it necessarily, but I'm going to try to make the point. Is that there's a whole group of people, and this guy might be a little bit better, and then in these different groups, this woman might be a little bit better here. He said, make it a point to get the different groups of people versus the same. So even if this dude or this young lady isn't quite as qualified, they have a unique perspective on how stuff works that might be able to help. And I get that argument. As long as they're qualified to do the job, that's the key, is
Right.
Yeah.
qualified to do the job.
It doesn't matter what.
And that's what they're trying to say, is
race
as long as they're qualified, maybe we should be more diverse. And I get that argument. I do. But at the
But
same
that's
time, if
illegal
you're
already,
if
like-
you're going to pay someone, you want to pay for the best, right?
Right.
Yeah, you don't want the most. Yeah, you want the most qualified.
Yeah, you don't want adequate. You want the person, because if you're hiring someone, you're expecting to make money on this, right?
Yeah.
I'm investing in this person to make a product or sell a product or represent a product that I'm selling. Or else why
Speaking
would
of
you hire
that-
people other than to make money?
Smash that like button. Buy our merch.
Oh, Lord.
That's right. Oh,
Imaginary merch.
hit that
It's
up.
coming.
Hit the rumble button. And everyone needs to get
Subscribe.
everyone needs to get their thirsty shirt ready.
Hey, we need diversity purchase, please. Any person out there, we don't care what color you are, just buy a merch.
Yeah, your money's all green to
Diversity
me.
purchase.
Actually, I'm putting away a couple bucks. I say a couple bucks, $10 a week
Okay.
right now.
To buy more beer.
Yeah, well, no, I buy the beer. I'm already
Buy
buying
our
the beer.
merch.
And
No,
Bitcoin.
that's already in the budget.
To
I
buy
know,
more
but-
donuts with a handle.
But to make some merch.
Hmm.
Because
We
I know
should
we
bring the
do it.
donut. We
Huh?
should make a shirt say "Bring the donuts with a handle."
Double D's the way we like it. The way I like it.
Well, we could do Teesprings. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them.
I am,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
We could do Teesprings, but I work in a print press
Right.
and I'd like to make my own merch. I just have to buy some t-shirts basically. And
And
then
the
pay
quality would be a lot better with you than Teespring. So
probably
See there we go, man. Diversity hire. Why are we gonna hire Jeffrey? So we can hire
Jeffrey.
Teespring. Quality, guys, quality.
Exactly. Well,
When you buy
Teesprings
our
does.
merch, you're getting nothing but America's finest.
Actually, that's a good point. American made.
Oh shit.
Well, I was actually I wasn't going to do it on my own. I was going to do it through the company and just get the employee discount, which we would be contributing to American jobs.
Investment.
Well, no, and it'll help pay actually not even our beer budget, because like we said, that's already in the budget. It might pay for our next year's subscription on Podbean. Yeah.
What is it, like $5 a year?
No, it's a lot higher than that now.
All
I
right,
can't talk about it right now.
$5.99.
Kathy's in the room.
Yeah, he can't
Oh,
talk
okay.
about that with me in the room. 'Cause we,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
We do a
It's
budget
hard
meeting
to
another
say.
day. A budget meeting the other day.
I threw some money at you last time.
Yeah, both of you did. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. It does suck a little bit that we have to pay for a subscription space over there, though.
But it's a lot. We get a lot more out of it than we were getting before. There's a lot. I mean, it's a lot easier to track our listeners and where they're coming from and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
India.
2 of them.
No, we've
Yeah,
got
from
people
India.
that listen in Australia, India, Canada.
What's wrong with these people?
We've
We've
had an
actually had
Australian.
people on from Australia.
Yeah, we've had an Australian on the show. We've
We
had a
need to get back
transgender
on
on
to
the
get an
show.
update on what's
The guy
going
from
on now.
the guy from down under.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. No, we are. I don't know why we're not
International.
popular. Maybe it's because we're stupid and we suck.
We
But
too
we
drunk
are
for it. That's why.
internationally renowned. We should change it. Renowned. We're internationally renowned.
We're on multiple continents where we have diversity guests on, chicks with dicks and such.
Oh hell no.
Claire would agree with that title.
Well, she calls herself the dirty tranny.
Speaking of dicks and diversity,
Okay.
do you
You
know
want
the
diversity of
comedian
dicks?
there, Ken Jeong? He's was born in Detroit.
Dr.
He's
Ken?
Korean. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dr.
the
Ken.
gay guy.
You ever hear his joke when he talks about how he got into med school?
Nah,
He says
No.
small dick scholarship.
I believe that. I've seen what was it? What was the Vegas one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Gosh, Hangover?
Yeah, hang
Yeah,
on.
and he
Hangover.
jumps out of
1, 2,
he jumps
4,
out of the
5,
trunk
and 8.
butt naked.
Yeah, he's running around.
Oh my
Small
god,
dick
I laughed so
scholarship.
hard at that.
Dude, just imagine him like, man, I went to med school. Now I'm gonna jump out of a trunk naked. You know, like
No, actually, I've seen some articles from him. He liked medicine, but he had so much more fun doing movies and acting.
Oh yeah.
well, comedy. He started with comedy, stand up.
Yeah, he did a couple funny shows. He did Dr. Ken, which sucked. But did you guys see Community?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was really good
Yeah.
in Community.
No,
He had a
so
weird role in
that
Community, though,
came
too.
after. That came after like The Hangover, dude.
Yeah,
The Hangover is old. Old
Yeah.
movie,
Yeah, it
you know?
is.
I was saying that's why he keeps acting because he likes
Yeah,
the
yeah,
acting.
no, but I'm
He's
saying
good
like,
at it.
Yeah.
He's good at it. He's
no,
funny.
what I was saying, like when he was in the trunk, like thinking, like, oh my god, I went to med school and now I'm
Oh.
about to jump out of this trunk naked, you know, to be in
True.
a movie.
True, but I'm sure he was having fun doing it, or else he
He
wouldn't have
probably
done
chose to do that
I know,
guarantee
I know,
you.
but I just
because he's
I
got to
just-
read the
it just-
script before. He probably said, "Yeah, I'll do that."
it. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's hilarious, and you
He's
know
like,
it.
"Yeah," because he joked. He said when he got into college, he said he applied, and he's like, "There's no way I'm getting in." He's like, "I had like a 70 something," and they called him up. They said, "You're in." And he's like, "Are you kidding me?" And that's when he said, "Small dick scholarship, baby."
Very nice. But yeah,
That's
Steven
diversity.
Crowder, Matt and Blonde show, and No Agenda show are using a clip from that show Community when Dr. Ken or Ken Jeong, excuse me, just yells gay. I think it's kind of funny, but Matt and Blonde have been doing it for a long time. Steven Crowder's been ripping off a lot of people lately, I've noticed, to include the No Agenda show.
Has he started ripping us off yet?
Ripping us off?
Yeah.
For what? But they're gonna
I
steal
don't-
our ideas. They wait 6 months and then say the same things that we said anyway. What was my whole malaria pill thing? I'm
Yeah.
telling you, they're approving a 4th shot for certain people now.
Ivermectin. Still can't get it.
You're not allowed to say that word on YouTube.
Nope.
Horse pill. You can say horse pill.
Horse dewormers. Yeah.
Horse
That's
dewormer.
illegal.
Yes. And water
not
is
more legit.
engine coolant.
So
Speaking of, by the
what's
way,
this Astro World thing?
Oh, that happened
Oh.
yesterday.
Yeah, the
There's,
party, the 50,000 people.
Yeah, 8 people died, and like kids within 10 years old died. They're like a
What were
stampede. by the-
10-year-olds doing at festival?
At a
I
rap
have
festival.
no idea, man. I don't think fucking teenagers to be in a festival. Like probably a 17, 16, but still.
what?
It's like
Not
too young.
10-year-olds.
Yeah, no shit. Nah, it's probably
It was
gonna ban
for-
all the kids.
Yo, trampled to death and crushed to death.
At
Yeah,
the
just
Travis
imagine.
Scott, rapper Travis Scott performance.
Yeah, he was some local or something, right?
Yep.
Didn't he do the Super Bowl?
I know, yeah.
Did he?
I don't know. That
I
name
don't know.
sounds familiar for some reason.
The Super Bowl doesn't mean what it used to mean. Don't get me wrong, it's
No.
still a big deal.
No,
But I
it
mean-
doesn't.
Yeah, well, football in general.
You just
doesn't
bitter
mean-
because Tom Brady left you.
No, actually, I wish him the best. He's the greatest of all time.
He's the GOAT.
But I stopped watching football before that happened anyway.
Yeah, sure, okay.
No, I stopped watching football when Kaepernick started making a big deal. Like, this isn't fun anymore. Like, I'm here to watch these guys play a game, not tell me their opinion. If I want to watch their opinion, I'll go watch the fucking podcast. You know what I mean?
Oh, you heard
Didn't
about
Kaepernick just come out with a
with the Netflix show?
special or something
Did-
like that?
Didn't we talk about this last week? No.
No, I don't. I mean, how drunk were we?
Oh,
We were
like
drunk.
I said, I black out every week.
Okay, so yeah, probably didn't. I don't remember.
All right.
either.
But yeah, he compared training camp to open air slave markets. And
Yeah.
it wasn't just you're imagining things. He cut to video of it. And it's like, oh, they measure your wingspan. They're making sure there's no defects. It's like, yeah, they're paying you millions of dollars, dude. They want to see if you can perform.
He should have went to the military thing when they make you spread your ass cheek. Then come talk to us.
I was oh my god, when I was LLD, I was brig escort for a while. Have any of you ever done that?
No.
No.
I had to go to the brig and take guys out to go to their court appearance, their court martials or whatever, you know.
Oh yeah, you have to make the ass cheek spread.
I had to check for weapons leaving the prison
Contraband.
and coming into the prison. I had to transport them over. And I remember I was always in my what do we call them? The shit. There was Navy had too many uniforms. It was like the
Dungarees.
black
Utilities.
shirt, the black slacks with the
Oh,
tie.
salt and pepper.
No, you talk about the
They're black
the-
and black with a tie.
what the fuck are
Working
no.
Blues.
Johnny Cash.
Johnny
Johnny
Cash
Cash,
is.
yeah,
Yeah, but I don't it might have been working. No, working blues was like I said, Navy has too many uniforms, right?
Yeah.
It's gotten worse.
Really? I thought they've been getting better. I thought they congealed most
Now,
of it into
now
the
the
Navy.
women have
It's the
white
Navy.
jumpers and they have piping on the whites.
well, we've always had piping on the whites but I meant I thought that's what the NWUs were supposed to be was consolidate most of the uniforms.
Yeah, well, we're coming out with more.
Of course they are. Why? Yeah, working blues. I think you're right. That's what it was. I could wear the taco hat.
Yeah.
But I wore a Dixie
It's
cup.
a piss cutter. Get it right.
Yeah. I wore a Dixie cup in that uniform, and I was authorized to do it. I always wore it. Hey, you know I love my Dixie cups, dude. I wore them on your boat every time I went sailing with you.
Did you lean it or how'd you wear it? Did you kind of
Gilligan style. Oh no, at sea, it depends. At sea, well, actually, I say at sea. After I had been to sea, I put a fleet roll in it. But like when I went sailing on Brian's boat,
salty?
yeah, when I went on Brian's boat, I flipped it inside out and did it Gilligan style.
Yeah.
I love my Dixie cups. That's a nice hat.
And
And
it could save your life
I was
someday.
gonna say it floats too. People don't realize this,
Yeah.
but everything in the Navy is designed to make sure you don't drown.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Your Dixie cup will still work, but you don't wear a Dixie cup at sea.
No. Anyways, where you were
You know,
going with
the
the
camouflage
the rigs.
blues, that's good for blending into the water.
True, but you don't wear those at sea. You wear
Coveralls are much better.
everyone wears coveralls at sea.
You could pull your stress
No.
card out if you're drowning. Pull your stress card out if you're drowning and say,
Oh,
I'm
Lord.
stressed out.
I know we talked about these stress cards, but I know
Oh, yeah,
this
we
was
have in the
I know
past.
this was like 9 years ago too. Anyone
We're
wondering
circling
what that
back.
means?
We're circling back.
Yeah. Oh, I need to get the sound up and going again.
So let's talk more about these balloon knots you used to look at.
Oh yeah, there you go. But yeah, I had to check for like weapons coming in and out of the jail, and it was terrible. And they gave me two choices of how to do it. Like you could tell them to bend over and spread them. And I was like, oh, that sucks. And he goes, or you could ask him to squat and cough and see if anything pokes out. And I was like, well, that's definitely the way I'm going with this one. But I remember this one guy I brought to for his court martial. And as soon as I get there, I also had to be the bailiff oftentimes. Just because, staffing and shit. And I was LLD and they didn't give a fuck about me. So like, you're a bailiff. I was like, all right, what does that mean? He's like, you're security. I was like, I've had weapons training in like a year and a half. It's like, I'm in engineering, like, oh my God, we're not going to give you a gun. This dude will take it from you. And they said, actually, take your tie off.
What?
What? I was
So
like,
it doesn't
what?
choke
I was
you.
like, hold on, what are his charges? Like, oh, we can't tell you until it starts. Like, whoa, what's going on here? Yeah, take your tie off. It might be a weapon for him. I was like, oh, it's already tied around my neck. That's not good. You're gonna have a bad day.
Should have brought a cigar with you. Look like Jack Nicholson.
Well, you could talk about the charges now.
Oh yeah.
He was accused of all sorts of stuff. I'm not supposed to talk about it, but
We don't know who it is or what his name was, so we're good.
yeah. Well, he was accused of trying to destroy a ship.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can only say so much. You know how it is, like actually that was actually part of the reason why they said I could be bailiff a couple of different times was as a hull maintenance technician, I had top secret clearance. Which no one realizes that, by the way. Everyone calls them fucking turd chasers. By the way, if they're running, you don't chase them. You let them go. We would herd the turds. We would turd herders.
Herd turds.
But we also did all the weld repairs and plumbing repairs, and that runs through the entire ship. So we had to have access to the entire ship. The Carl Vinson was a pain in the balls, though. They gave me such the runaround every time they wanted to do a repair in a reactor space.
I'm good. Thanks for asking, Brian.
I know. You're such a bad guest.
Look at this.
I mean, seriously?
It should be cold enough, even down there, to just keep beer out back, right?
Not quite.
No, it's in the 60s.
So we got gators.
Oh
so
my
we-
God, it's in the 30s here. It's gonna get down to the high teens again.
You have a fire going though.
Well, kind of.
Well, yeah, you just have to pull the beer like 6 feet away from the fire. I like this new guy. You should have him on again, Brian.
All right.
Kathy kind of reminds me of the wife who just occasionally goes, "You guys are fucking stupid."
He
That's
said
pretty
it's
much
what
what-
his wife says.
Pretty much what I said too. What is wrong with you guys?
We're having fun, getting stuff done.
I don't know about that. Maybe
I don't know about that.
I don't know. I know we went way out of order, but even Chuck Todd now is saying the Democrats are getting a little concerned, or at least should be,
Yeah.
No, they're not. They don't
because
really
of this
down.
because of this red wave. But here's the question: is are the Democrats going to learn a lesson from this,
No.
Yeah.
or are they going to just keep calling people racist?
Yeah.
They're gonna keep doing it.
This is not helping. Like the way our system works anyway, we need a bipartisan thing. And as weird as it sounds, I would rather it not be that way. But if you don't, you end up getting people like Mubarak Gaddafi put into office through revolution, when like only 4% of the population liked the guy.
Have you seen the
Egypt.
latest polls?
In terms of what?
That guy Brandon.
I hear he's I hear he's doing pretty good.
Brandon might be, but not Biden.
Yeah,
Yes,
there
I
you go.
saw was 71% disagree with
This is what we need to do, though.
what's happening now.
This is what we need to do. In the next election, when we go to vote, where it says other, the little thing that says other, everybody needs to vote Brandon.
Well, when Trump ran the first time, there was a libertarian on the ticket, Bill Weld, I believe. He got beat in the election by D's nuts. Let's all write in D's nuts in this next election, just to say we think you're all stupid.
So I just clicked on the article on Daily Caller. And did you know that there's a Ronald Reagan silver coin that you can buy for $29.95?
Are we being paid for this commercial?
No.
Yeah. What's the
I didn't say where you could buy it from.
Like
You can buy it
Ronald
from an
McDonald.
ass for $30.
It's not a very good likeness of him.
Looks
That's
like
for damn.
Ronald McDonald, not Ronald Reagan.
I got some
Because
wooden
it's
nickels.
9.999% pure silver.
That's as pure as you can get. I got a couple pounds of that crap. What are they? How much they want for an ounce?
29.
For an ounce, I don't know. Let me
Well,
shop
an
it
ounce
out.
is probably one round.
It says
Or is it
it's
not a
discussed
net round? Is
free.
it just a silver dollar?
It's a
Ryan doesn't know it's silver.
Mm.
Ray, oh, you're not there. On my computer, you're sitting right next to him, but you're not there. I was just saying, look at it.
yeah, it's one round for 1 ounce round for $29.95.
That's not bad. Silver price isn't much. Wow, I say that it's like 17 or 22 bucks an ounce right now, or something like that.
So
I
you're
don't
paying
know.
extra for Ronald Reagan?
Well, you pay extra for anything besides your basic just minted corn round that they make in mass production. Any limited
what you guys
series
need.
costs more.
We need our own coins?
You guys need your own 99.99% pure.
Silver coins.
Oh hell no coins.
No hell no coins.
We could make some, but we would have to charge a ton of money because I would have to like make what do they call
Stamp?
them? Yeah, what do they call them?
A mold.
A press thing.
Yeah, mold.
Yeah, thank you. And he said it too, and I still didn't hear it because I'm stupid. Yeah, mold and everything. And melt down
Mold.
my silver.
We could just get it. We could get it from catalytic converters.
If that's the case, then if I'm gonna steal enough catalytic converters, I'm gonna steal the platinum and the iridium and the palladium.
We could get some grills going. Sell a grill.
Grills?
I don't know about palladium though. That might be poisonous to put in your mouth.
It might be. I'm not sure. It's heavy enough. It might be radioactive.
So
Iridium.
who's this delegate that was driving out a suspended license? taking down
Oh, that was
campaign signs?
Virginia. That was here in Virginia. He got caught stealing political signs from the opposite the Republican Party, and he got pulled over. And when they confronted him, they came to find out he's the delegate that got DUI arrested last year. and he didn't get a ticket because according to this Virginia law,
I just got crop dusted.
you got crop dusted.
I just got
I'm
crop
sure that's
dusted.
payback for many other times you've done it to her.
Probably, but it was. She's even waving her face in the bedroom, going, "What the hell is that?" Yeah. Luckily, she pulled most of it with her. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. Just she walked by, ripped one right in front of me, smiled and laughed, and I kept walking.
So instead of Virginia, there's a law that you cannot arrest any delegates or any congressperson, no matter what. And he got pulled over
That can't be true.
No, it is. That's why he didn't get arrested for DUI. Because during the what is it when they do like the get together? What's it called?
Sobriety
Congress,
test?
no, the Congress get together when they passing
Congressional
laws. Yeah,
Legislation.
Legislation. Thank you.
So they legislated themselves out of accountability.
Yeah, this is back in. This is an old law. So you cannot arrest them because you cannot stop them.
They're not supposed to be able to make any law that doesn't pertain to everybody.
No, that's not the law.
No. This is like back in the day when it take like days to get to Congress, like in Virginia when you had no vehicles and stuff like that. That's when the law was implemented because of that. Because you cannot stop a delegate or a senator to get to the legislation to pass laws.
Yeah, but if a senator shoots someone dead, you can arrest them.
Yeah, but you cannot it's just the way Virginia law was set up.
They get the benefit of the doubt every time.
Huh?
They get the benefit of the doubt every time.
No,
is the way to look at it. Unless we have you dead to rights, we're gonna let you go home.
Like back in the day, if you're not like the senator or the delegate, you cannot stop them from getting to legislation, because, but anyway, it wasn't pertaining for DUI because they had no DUIs in the age of horses. So he got pulled over and he was wasted. And because of the law, he didn't get arrested, but they took the license away from him.
Well, what I saw, which is actually the next article right below that, was the sheriff actually said that he didn't get his license revoked until the sign stealing thing happened.
Oh, okay. So that was last year. It was a big deal about it. I remember that. And I think we talked about it, but I don't know. We were wasted.
Well, anyway, he went. He got in trouble because him and his. We went through all that crap. Dude got in trouble because he ran out, drove around and had someone go and desecrate the signs of his political opposition for running for office, which goes right into the the Lincoln Project thing that happened there with the tiki torches.
Oh yeah,
that was Chris Hurst. That was right. That was 24 hours before Election Day.
Yeah, the drunk.
Yep.
Yeah. Exactly. And well, that just shows you it's Lincoln Project supposedly Republicans, right?
Yes, they're more rhinos though.
You say that. I think Rand Paul is the rhino.
I know. We've had a conversation before.
Well, if the entire party is Cocaine Mitch, then that's the Republican Party.
But it's not.
You sure? That's what they keep electing. They keep electing Lindsey Grahams. Granted, you got a couple like Cruz. He's interesting. He's doing a show with Michael Noljan now every week.
Yeah, but they said that Fox came out and said that they should have brought more tiki torches to the event.
Yeah, well, especially since the whole thing about the tiki torch protest was supposedly white supremacy. Why would you have a black guy there? Right? But when you go to do the tiki torch thing,
they ran out of white people for the tiki torch.
It was diversity hire.
I was gonna say, if you're trying to be Nazis and white supremacists, you don't diversity hire.
It was diversity hire, man. See, this is what happens. Like, see, the Democrats don't understand. Like, when you're trying to diversity hire, you get diversity fired.
He was fully qualified.
Well, just like all these hoax hate crimes.
Ray almost spit out.
Actually, that was good. He was qualified. He's like, no, to be a white supremacist, you kind of have to be white.
The
Maybe
KKK is like,
maybe
look,
he
there's a law. You have to
identified as
diversity hard now.
Well, the problem
He
is,
might
though,
have identified as white though.
Oh yeah, that's true.
well,
cannot-
what's
you
his
can-
name there? The guy that
He was
California
transracial.
Elder, the black face of
Larry
white
Elder?
supremacy.
Larry Elder.
Larry Elder.
Yeah, Elder. Yeah, the black face of white supremacy. And I was like, I thought that was Northam, the white supremacist who actually puts on blackface.
What was that? There was a skit done where it was on one of those comedy shows, and there was a
Jimmy Kimmel was Karl Malone.
Was it? No, there was one guy that was head of the. He was playing the head role, the head man or whatever on a KKK guy, and he was a blind.
Oh,
That was a Dave Chappelle show.
Dave
It was
Chappelle
Dave
show.
Chappelle.
That was the
Yeah.
first episode of the Chappelle show.
Yes.
Yeah, he was. Oh my god, the blind black dude, and he
The
when he
KKK
found out he was
leader.
black, he divorced his wife.
Yes.
So I watched on this trip. We actually sat down and watched the Dave Chappelle special on Netflix.
I haven't seen it yet. What'd you think?
It was funny. I mean, he pretty much offends everybody. It's not just transgenders he's targeting.
That's kind of
He's
what
an
he does.
equal opportunity offender.
I guess
Yeah.
you don't diversity.
But he doesn't like whites. He kept saying that.
Yeah, but he lives in a little town in Ohio because of the
I
white
know.
women.
He kept saying
Yeah, because he like his dirty feet.
You saw part of it then.
I saw that thing. It was alright.
Yeah,
keep
he
meaning
said
to
he'd
watch
open up
it.
a strip club with a pile of sand there so they can get their feet dirty when the strippers go on stage.
Okay. I'm gonna try to get the wife to come on this show again. It's been a long time. I think it's been since before we started recording it with video.
Yeah. I think it might have been when we were still in Virginia.
Yeah, when we recorded on a cell phone.
Yeah.
Wait, is that the crop duster?
Yeah, the crop duster.
Yeah, same one. We've been married 10 years.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and I just recently and we haven't had a fight.
Right.
Hey, you know, I always heard
Bless.
those who fart together stay together.
I guess we're
Exactly.
doomed because my wife doesn't fart.
Uh-huh.
Right.
I smell like roses.
Like Kim Jong-un doesn't poop, right?
That's right.
Let's talk about more of this red wave.
Okay.
There's got to be more here to talk about. Like the Lincoln Project, like we said, though, just to refresh where we were. They say they're Republicans, and I thought that was supposed to be a group of homosexual Republicans. I'm not sure what the correct vernacular is. Am I supposed to call them gay, homosexual, or apparently queer is acceptable again, but it means
It
something different. LGBTQ, I mean, queer is one of them, right?
Yeah.
If that's what you want to be called, I'll call you queer, but you know, I used to get punched in the mouth for calling someone queer. Yeah, anyway, that's where we were.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of people they were shocked that another non-political person like Trump was able to, go all the way up to governorship. I mean, Youngkin is my age.
Youngkin never said he was a big Trump supporter or any of that stuff either.
No,
It was just Trump said, this guy's a good guy, made everyone
Yeah.
think that he was this big Trumpite or
and Trump came
Trumpanzee.
out and endorsed him, but Youngkin didn't ever go on any rallies that Trump was participating in.
Just gonna say that they made a big deal with something that the Tiki Torch thing. Like, wasn't that something that Youngkin didn't even go to, or was that something else?
I think he did at one of his speeches or something. He
Yeah, it was the
said
one that
something about he agreed with Trump about something, and then
They blew it out of proportion.
No, that's like the video clip that they show when they were trying to do this. Well, he said this, and they use that clip.
Well, the
over and
problem
over.
with the Democrats is they didn't run against Youngkin. They ran against Trump. I mean,
Yeah.
Biden came here and
Yes.
campaigned with McCullough, and he
They
said
made him a
Trump,
Trump.
like 20 different times.
Yep, and exactly. And you want to say like Trump's not on the ticket, dude.
Who was that guy that said something
So
like
you
that?
don't think the Democrats are going to learn the lesson from
Why
this?
do you keep bringing up- oh,
Peter
Nah.
Ducey.
Peter Ducey, the Fox Sports.
Yeah, Peter
Oh.
Ducey.
Dude, yeah, something just happened with Jesus. What was that?
He confronted Biden in a press conference about,
That's why he said Trump like 45 times or something, or however
Yeah.
many.
yeah.
And why do you keep bringing up Trump?
They were talking about the giving illegal aliens $450,000.
Million. Oh, 450,000.
No, you're right. Okay, that's that.
for that were separated.
Yeah.
And he said it's lies. It's all lies. Biden said that's not true.
Yeah, well then have you noticed how every time Biden says something like that, the White House comes out within 24 hours and says that's not really true. Like, here's what he really meant, and
Yes.
Yeah.
like every time. And Joe Biden, come on, man.
Did he really poop himself?
He wears a diaper.
This is the second time I've heard that he shit himself. So
What I heard is the Pope called him like, "Hey, Brandon, that's where he shit himself."
no, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, oh shit, the holy fucking Pope called me Brandon.
Well, just like I don't know. I need better source than an anonymous source familiar with the situation. Just like I demanded more when Trump was in office.
Well, not too many people would probably be familiar with that situation, though,
Just Secret Service when they have to change the diaper.
right?
But yeah, I could say I'm familiar with the source and be an anonymous source and just lie. You know what I mean?
Russia.
Well, the fucking
No.
Steele dossier, yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on
all
the
is
list.
the Trump
Like,
when it was
an
Trump, it was
anonymous
Russian.
source
Now
But
it
the
now
anonymous-
he
but the
depends.
anonymous source was that Russian guy, Dachenko.
Well, he just got arrested for lying to the FBI.
Yeah. Reliable.
What's even worse is apparently the FBI knew this is garbage in like 2017 or something. See, this is why I read this shit in advance, guys.
Overhaul.
Isaac's the name.
Yeah.
Cutting you a ton of slack because you probably had no idea this was going to happen until recently. And you're reading articles as you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep recruiting people for y'all's show.
Oh yeah.
We need more
What was the other
diversity.
one that I
Hire.
got? The guy in Michigan.
We're getting more and more listeners, which is kind of freaking me out.
Well, we pick up one more person.
Well, no, this year, look, we actually had a decent amount of engagements with the live video last week.
Okay.
Actually, last couple of weeks. And actually, I didn't do super good on Rumble or YouTube this week, which is weird. I usually do
You
5
posted
times.
it late too. You didn't post it until like Thursday.
No, it was 6 days ago or 5 days ago.
I didn't get the notification till yesterday that it was up.
Really?
Yeah.
Was
Huh,
that
I
due
wonder
to
if that
our
had
time
anything.
change?
No, it had nothing to do with our multiple time changes.
Oh, the clocks are changing tonight, aren't they?
Yep.
No, but we also cross
We're
state
in
lines.
Central Time right now.
It's good. It's good for all those farmers. I don't even know why
Central
they still do it
Time.
these days.
Where the hell are you in Central Time?
Pensacola.
Pensacola.
Pensacola, right
In
past
Florida?
Tallahassee, it's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
This
you got two
Central?
time zone.
Florida
Central
is a
and
2
Eastern.
time zone state.
I mean, I know
And-
Florida's a decent sized state, but I didn't realize they crossed into the next time
Just the
zone.
panhandle.
And I looked this up on our way here because I was bored on the highway. There are 13 states out of the 50 that have multiple time zones in them.
There's only 13.
Yep. I thought it was less.
He thought it was 2. He said there's only 2 states that have
Look, Montana.
both and 1. And then we
Montana,
looked it up.
Colorado, obviously, right?
Yeah, Texas,
Texas.
Florida, Indiana, Michigan. I'm from Michigan. I didn't even know there were 2 time zones. in
Michigan's
Michigan.
enormous. Of course, there's 2 time zones.
It's only in the Upper Peninsula where it crosses over closer to Wisconsin.
California's big enough to have 2 time zones too, I bet.
No, they don't because they're
No?
all they're
It's
going straight up
long.
and down.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I was thinking where it curls out at the bottom. Maybe it was far
No,
enough
it's
east.
still one. It's still
No,
one.
I bet it's close.
Alaska's got its own time zone.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah,
No, China has 1 time zone.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Same
they
thing with
did that on
Russia.
purpose.
Everyone's on
They-
Beijing time in China.
Yeah, they chose to do
Spain.
that.
I know Spain is supposed to have the same time zone as the UK, but because of the
The
dictator,
king
like,
said no.
Unfortunately, I need to add a trivia question.
yeah, they got the same time zone
then
as Germany.
Later on, give somebody the merch that answers the trivia question right from a different from a show, like show before or something.
The hell just happened?
Sometimes you get the trivia question while you're doing the show.
Yes.
Did you hear that?
I think so, but I'm not sure.
She wants to do trivia questions and give away merch for the winners of the trivia contest.
Not a terrible idea, but that means if I can't sell any of them, that means that it's actually gonna cost me out of that means it's actually gonna cost me out of my pocket. At least if I make a shirt and someone buys one, at least I can pay for the shirts, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
But I was thinking, Brian and I talked about it, just on the front just says, "This is my thirsty shirt." And on the back is the name of the show. I don't know. I think it's hilarious, but most of the ideas, most of the jokes I make, I think are hilarious, and most people don't get them. Like the Greta Thunberg thing, I was like, is she gonna share those extra chromosomes? I
Yeah.
think it's absolutely hilarious, but the average person has no idea what that means. I like goofy, stupid, weird shit. My sense of humor is weird. I got that dark humor, you know?
Uh-huh.
And dark humor is like food. Not everyone gets it.
Yeah. Well, there's been the vaccine mandates are kicking in around the country, mainly
they?
in New York City,
Why are they
And-
kicking in though?
because the mayor said everybody had to be, all city employees had to be vaccinated
Oh,
or go on unpaid leave. And now the trash is piling up in New York City because people decided not to get the vaccine.
yeah, aren't they like throwing their garbage in the mayor's lawn?
Mention. Yeah.
Good for
I
them.
saw the video.
That's actually a good protest, I think, right?
Yeah.
Problem is, people, you think, like, oh, we're seeing it because of this, and with the airlines thing, and now there's a bunch of cops and
weather.
No,
firefighters.
it's the weather. It's the
It's
weather.
the weather.
Yeah, it only affected one airline though.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
very specific
Plays
weather.
bill out of paper.
Because they fly a lot out of Jacksonville. Nobody else does.
Well, I listened to the new No Agenda show, and I heard a very interesting theory about exactly how that airline thing happened.
Go ahead, explain it.
Well, it was basically how they're only allowed to fly so many miles a month
Mm.
Uh-huh.
and so many miles a year. So when people did call in sick because they were pissed, they put extra miles on other pilots. And then also these pilots weren't allowed to fly.
Yeah.
Mm.
We made a big deal of saying, because normally they can accommodate you, but when it comes to the end of the month that has 31 days, they have an issue making sure that they have pilots that can fly. Because believe it or not, an extra day doesn't sound like that much, but a flight from Boston to England is not exactly a 50-mile flight. You know what I mean?
Right.
And if you only
There's
get
probably-
1,000 miles a month, and
There's
you're gonna
probably
do
two crews on that flight.
for that exact reason, actually, so they can go to another flight. You're not allowed to be exhausted and fly, and
No.
there's good reason for that.
That's what you need to get. You need to get an airline pilot on here.
I wouldn't know how to find one
Have you
besides
tried
going to the airport.
They're not at the airport anymore. They're home.
Well, but even if I did, that you don't see the pilots. Like it's not like the 50s when the pilots walk through with their wings on their chest. You know what I mean? As heroes.
Going, yeah, I'm the pilot.
Yeah. Oh my God! We talked about this last week with the "Let's Go Brandon" crap on that flight.
Yeah, with Southwest. Yeah.
She could have been arrested for that.
Yeah. But
Well, there's an
shit.
investigation going on right now.
She demanded access
On
to
the pilot. No,
Huh?
Yeah,
on
the
her.
pilot's under investigation.
Yeah, on the pilot. Meanwhile, a passenger demanded access to the pilot cabin.
Cockpit.
Yeah, the cockpit. There you go. The cockpit while the plane was in. We locked these doors and made them inaccessible from the outside because of 9/11. And she's
Yep.
slamming on the door, demanding to get in. It's like, you're so butthurt that
For a
someone
comment.
said, "Let's go, Brandon," that you're going to reenact 9/11 from the plane's perspective. And
Yep.
then they went and said, she went and said something along the lines of, "Oh, he may as well have said, 'Hail Al Qaeda.'" I think I might need to turn my gain down. Sorry, I was breaking up my own headphones. I think I had my gain too high.
I heard he had a nephew named Brandon. That's what I heard.
Who cares? They're making
Right?
a big
Who
deal.
cares, right?
But they're making a big deal like this is hate speech or whatever. And
Right.
it's a dog whistle to fuck Joe Biden. Fucking Robert De Niro accepted a Tony Award and said, "I have one thing to say, fuck Donald Trump."
Yeah.
And he was
It's
cheered
okay
for
for
it.
them to say that about him, but how dare we, say bad things about the current president?
Even college students are chanting fuck Joe Biden in stadiums.
Yeah.
Child. I'm doing my best here. But yeah, even colleges are making these chants, and they're
Right.
typically very left-leaning, very Democrat,
Yeah.
college students. And it's nuts. And I don't know. I think the Democrats are making a huge mistake trying to keep claiming that everyone's a white supremacist racist.
Yeah. And run it against Trump.
We should be asking questions more like why they call a cockpit, right?
Oh boy.
Or
Well, you-
bullpen.
Well, just call it a pussy.
Pussy
Right?
pit.
Yeah.
What's
Or
the
the tip of the
difference?
spear. The tip of the spear.
Oh, hey now. Tip of the spear is what killed Jesus.
Oh, okay. Maybe that.
No, it was just verifying.
How about just the tip?
That's yeah, that's how you get kids. Unwanted kids.
Speaking from experience.
No, Rusty Shackelford from the USS Lollipop might know something about that though.
Texas is building its own border wall.
Are we not highlighting these, or are we not covering any of our topics?
I'm highlighting from my phone in the Google document doc. And
That's why it's one
difficult
word?
to do it that way.
That's why it's one
So
word.
that's why
Okay.
there's one word on each one highlighted right now.
All right, I get you. So what'd you just say?
The
Texas
container,
border.
they're using shipping containers to build border walls. In
That's what they.
Texas.
I saw you put that in there. I didn't read it. Well, why not? So
Well, they're
that
not getting it from
corrugated.
California because there's no ships coming in there.
Well, and the ships that do
No,
come in,
Biden
they
fixed
can't.
it. Biden fixed that problem.
By
Everybody's
letting
gonna work
them in the
24 hours a day.
No, they don't.
Yeah, okay, 24 hours a day. We'll unload them all day, but there's no trucks to put them on.
Do you know what else I heard? Is they can only stack shipping containers one. They can't stack them at the port. They can only put them one high because the local citizens said it wasn't pretty enough. So they changed this law a long time ago. So yeah. Right?
I think that in California, I think that's totally believable.
But there's some
And-
emergency proclamation. I don't know, something. They can stack them 5 high now, right now, as of like, I don't know, this week
Oh
sometime.
my
No,
god,
the
that's so
problem is
stupid.
California thinks that they're special. Like, oh, we're the 7th largest economy on the planet. It's because you have the largest coastline on the planet besides Australia.
Oh, and they're a direct import from everything China.
Yeah, and they're a direct import exactly from everything that side of the planet.
Yep.
You know, I mean, Boston was super wealthy when it was the hub city.
Yep.
I mean, that's what this design is. It's the
hub, yeah.
hub. Everything comes through Boston.
That's Brian.
Everything used to come through Boston to come into this country. And then New York built a port. Then all of a sudden California showed up and said, hey, look, we can get to Asia.
Yep.
Yeah. California is not making money. They're taxing products coming through their state.
Yep.
I mean, Silicon Valley's doing all right, but everyone's leaving there, aren't they?
Yeah. They're all going to Austin, Texas.
Yeah. Are they going to vote Democrat when they get there?
Of course they
Probably.
are.
Oh yeah, Austin's already Democrat.
Austin's the bluest city in Texas.
If you leave a state because you said, I can't handle the politics, and you go to another state and vote the same way, maybe
Yeah.
you're the freaking problem, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Probably
just like
that's why
that.
we need. That's why we need to implement electoral college in the state.
Yep, I agree.
I think states have every right to decide how they vote. That is
Yep.
in the Constitution. Every
Yep.
state has
Yeah,
has the right to decide how they do every vote, even federal elections.
Maine does it. So
No, that's cool and good for them.
And
That's how
that's-
they
I
chose
think-
to do it. But if Connecticut wants to do a popular vote, because there's only 8 million people in the state, which it's more than that, but Connecticut's Rhode Island. They just want to go the
yeah, I
popular.
mean,
Let them cool
that's
that too.
understandable. But look at Virginia, dude. Virginia was being controlled by Fairfax. Fairfax easily decide whether it's going to be a Republican or Democrat. It's not. That's not fair for the rest of the state.
Yeah, when one county decides how the
Yeah.
entire state
Well,
votes every time.
That's Georgia. That's Atlanta for Georgia. I mean, that's. I feel like we're in a movie, Hunger Games or something.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's a brave new Fahrenheit 1984 for Vendetta.
Yeah.
Same thing in New York State, dude. The entire state is red except for New York City.
Yep.
But that's how they vote because there's
Yeah.
well, that's why the electoral college is so that New York City can't overwhelm the entire state. And
Right.
well, maybe we should cut some of these bigger states up into 3 or 4 states. Or
They're
even-
trying out what Oregon? Is it Oregon?
Virginia. I mean,
Yeah,
California.
Oregon's trying to split.
Instead of
the
Jefferson.
conservative part's trying to split away from Portland.
I've heard of
Mhm. Delaware.
yeah,
Delaware.
and they want to join Idaho or something.
Yeah.
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 make it the great
California
state of
wants to
Idaho.
split up into like 3 states.
Maybe I mean you can't pass legislation for everyone. I mean,
No.
centralized government sucks. You need smaller government. You know,
Yeah.
and you can't do small government from a centralized location. Period.
Right.
So that's why this is actually why I'm so more libertarian than Republican, even though libertarians piss me off. Is I'm a firm believer of the 10th Amendment. I think states have rights over the federal authority. That's the way I look at it. A lot of people disagree with me saying federal rules overrule.
No,
But the
that's
federal
why we got
government
Bill of
cannot
I
Rights.
think
just
it
pass
was
law.
meant to be at the state level. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be 50 independent states.
The United
Mhm.
States. Yep. And then-
13 states exactly that united for common defense, right?
Yeah.
That's what federal government's supposed to be is common defense, military basically, and trade laws, I suppose.
Well, still the state can make decisions about trading.
Unless
What?
you're OSHA,
Yeah.
and then OSHA can make decisions for all kinds of stuff, right? Isn't that what they're trying to push now?
Yeah, I guess they go supersede the legislation branch.
Legislation. So they're cutting. Yeah.
Yeah, like, hey, guess what? We can make laws now.
Well, I brought this up 1,000 times too, is the alphabet agencies. All these different agencies that the Congress made to handle certain things like OSHA. Now the actual people that we elect have nothing to do with basically laws that are being put in place.
Yep.
And this is supposed to be the experiment in self-government, right?
Yeah, but it's not working that way.
No,
The
'cause
self-licking ice cream cone.
a what now? What was that?
It's a self-licking ice cream cone.
Self-licking ice cream cone.
I could lick myself, I'd have a career in porn.
Shit, if I could lick myself, I'll be single.
Yeah, exactly. Like I wouldn't need anyone else.
So the infrastructure bill passed the House today.
By 13
one-
Republicans.
How much is it? Was it 1 trillion? I saw 555 billion, and then
No,
I
it's
saw 1
1 point,
trillion.
it's 1.3 trillion, I think.
I saw all kinds of numbers.
How do you feel about that, Jeffrey?
Well, you know how I feel about this. On my YouTube page, I actually have a link on my banner. I have a link to the debt clock. This is beyond concerning. No, there's no way the US dollar can recover from the amount of money we owe. The average American is gaining like $5,000 worth of debt every second. This is unbelievable. By what just happened is
Well, what happened the last year is really what it's been.
well, I mean, it's been going up and up. Every president for the
Yeah,
last seriously like 60 years has doubled
yeah.
the
Yeah.
debt. And let's be fair about this, Republican and Democrat.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Trump wasn't particularly good about reducing our debt, but he at least didn't expand it as much. And let's be real fair.
Until COVID happened.
Yes, until COVID. But Bill Clinton actually had a plan to bring us in the black.
Yeah, it was kind of forced in that plan when the House and the Senate became Republican.
Yeah, by Newt Gingrich.
Buck stops at the president is what we always say, though, right? And under Clinton, we actually had a plan to actually make money and not owe money every year. But of course, we immediately undid that because of 9/11, right?
Yeah.
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 Yep.
So
Makes me almost want to put my
CNN's
tinfoil
ratings-
hat on.
CNN's ratings, they don't have a regular programming show in October that averaged over 1 million viewers.
Who now?
CNN.
CNN. Really?
That's is that the China News? What do they call that? The China News Network? No,
Yeah.
Communist-
Clinton News
Clinton
Network.
News Network. Communist News
Well,
Network.
depends on what season, what's going on.
The Clown News Network.
I like
I
that one.
actually like
Clown
that one.
World.
At least, I mean, no, let's not be fair. At least clowns are entertaining.
It's entertainment. That's all it's been.
Well,
It's not news anymore.
well, you know,
Yeah.
that's kind of what's getting me is the media that's pushing this stuff isn't doing so good. And now we have all this red wave that popped up that a lot
Nobody's
of people have
buying it no
seen
more.
coming for 10 years.
Yeah.
We've been talking about this red wave for 10 years. We thought Trump was actually going to be the red wave, but it didn't really happen. It might be happening. Trump might have been the tsunami, and now we're dealing with the aftershock waves. You know what I mean?
I think he was the fart that started it all.
No,
That's the same thing I
I'm
meant. with
sensing
by
a
the-
theme here.
I think he's the
Support
kind of.
me
I
now.
think he's the crop duster.
Did that meant let everyone else cut one because I'm gonna get away with it too.
But you know
We're
how
in
they
a dry
say,
room, but someone already ripped one everywhere. Just go ahead and let it go.
you know how
Oh
the
man, Brian,
Democrats are
that was
like,
juicy.
Kobe was the blessed to the Democrats and stuff like that. Now I started to
COVID was
believe
not an issue with the elections.
no, but now I started to believe Kobe was the blessed to Virginia because it opened their eye to the parents of what the kids were learning in school.
Yeah. When you look at it that way, yeah.
Yeah, well, that like I said, we've been talking about that for a while, and I made a big deal a while ago saying these parents are gonna now
Listen
the
to
parents
what-
not working, their kids going back to school, and they're going to school through Zoom.
Yep.
They're gonna see what's happening. And
Mhm.
they're gonna be pissed. I didn't think it was gonna get like this.
Right.
I don't. I really didn't think we were gonna overturn. What 10? 10 years
Uh-huh.
of the way a political party's been moving.
Yeah. I was
But all you need to do
I
is
was
piss
I was
off
hopeful,
moms.
but I wasn't like overly hopeful, you know.
Yeah.
And it looks like we did not get the Senate, but we got the House of
No,
Delegates.
well, the Senate was up to play into next year.
No, I'm talking about the Senate in Virginia.
That's what I'm saying. It's not up to next year or the year. Like nobody's up to the Senate run right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it was all delegates and the governor.
Okay.
Well, don't tell moms that their kids are bad because of the way they were born, right? Period.
Right.
No matter what these kids are, whether they got the Downs, whether they got the Asperger's, whether they black or they white, don't tell them that they're wrong because of the way they were born. Because that mama is gonna get pissed.
Yeah.
the wife
And
wife
now,
whips open the door and gives you this look. Hold on.
and now we got this vaccine coming up. So let's see what happens now.
So did anybody see the video or hear about the video of the woman whose son was raped multiple girls in the
God.
high
Yeah,
school?
we just
She's like
talked
3
about
weeks
that.
We talked about
behind.
No, did you see the video of her?
Oh, yeah. Look, we talked about the mom tonight. It's like, oh, he accidentally put in her butt.
No, she blamed the victim, like literally told her
Yep.
it was her fault for getting raped in a bathroom.
Yeah, it's sexual harassment is preventable. Yep.
Burn that bitch at the stake.
Yeah, exactly. And you're the bad person for saying, I don't think some douche be able to butt rape my 14-year-old daughter in a bathroom.
He
know?
did that to multiple girls at multiple schools too.
I know.
Yep.
We've been talking about this for weeks.
And burn her
This
at
is
the
what
stake.
this is what actually caused the giant turn in Virginia with the vote was education. It was the #1 thing they said, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
Moms.
Yeah, they, like we said, pissed off moms, and they said, no way.
Don't fuck
Yep.
with it.
Because let's be real, half the time, your suburban mom doesn't vote. She follows CNN or whatever, yada yada. But every now and then she gets whipped with something. She goes, "I am pissed."
Yeah.
That's what I'm watching. I will fucking get pissed off as fuck. Like,
Oh,
no,
don't get
I don't need to
between a
watch that
suburban
shit.
mom and her cub.
Nope.
Yeah.
Mama bear.
That need to be the Virginia flag now. A bear,
Mama
mama bear, on top of the tyranny.
6 separate Tyrannus.
Yeah.
So Senator Manchin's in the news as usual.
Yeah,
Yeah,
where did cinema
I found a
go?
better video. Hmm?
She'll be back, don't worry. But he's come out and said he does not like the Democrats' approach to climate change in China, and he actually calls for more drilling to stay competitive.
Yeah, he can stay in business. His stake is
West
stay in
Virginia is
business.
a big oil state, big coal state.
No, they're
coal
coal.
state.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Coal. But natural gas is where the money is. It's efficient and it's clean. I mean, it's not clean, but it's cleaner than coal. If we could frack and get the gas off the coal, that's even better. I swear this. Okay, I'm gonna put my tinfoil, my aluminum foil hat on. This is the conspiracy. they have better ways to fuel the planet, but they're making money on
Nuclear.
purpose, just like big farmers
yeah.
making money.
Well, go back to the old days with the railroad, and go back to the old days with
Steam.
Even Edison and light bulb and AC power versus DC and Nikola Tesla and all that. It's all about money.
Well, Tesla actually made it not about money. He made a big deal by saying this is more efficient.
That's what I'm saying. But that's why he didn't get chosen. That's why
You say that, but we're using his techniques.
Yeah.
Because it costs less money, but they can charge us the same amount.
Yep.
No, but why aren't we running cars on alcohol?
We
I like
had
to
the
drink
what's
it.
it? What was the
What?
name of the fuel
We
that
like
like
to
almost
drink
too
it too
flammable?
much.
The what was the no
The funny
oxygen,
cars?
no, it was a different fuel system we came across. They invented
Well, there's
fuel.
hydrogen. There's actually you can
Hydrogen. That's the
yeah.
one. It was like, oh, it's too flammable. What do you think gas is?
Yeah.
You know.
It's just not. It's more efficient. It's cheaper. The infrastructure's not there, but it could be there.
Well, the problem
Yeah,
is
like-
alcohol is really, really easy to make.
Not ethanol is not easy to make.
You don't need ethanol. Why not alcohol?
I know, but
No, but
we've
why
got
not?
the
Why not
corn-
make
we got the corn
Everclear to run
farmers
our
that are
engines?
relying on ethanol now.
We were drinking. We were drinking out of the pump. I'm like,
Well, that's your own
I
stupid
tell-
fault. I'm just saying alcohol is really cheap to make. It's really easy to make.
a shot
We're
for
really
the
good
gas, a shot for me.
We're really good at purifying this stuff. You could make the fuel for your car at home. And I don't know why we're not run. No, and actually, you'd get better fuel mileage with alcohol.
Oh yeah.
There's so much power in it. The funny cars, the one with the big giant wheels in the back, that they only run at night, so you can see the fire shooting out the smoke pipes. Because you can only see it at night. That's alcohol run.
Dude,
So
I
we
can
just-
see Jack Daniel coming out with their own fuel commercial.
Well,
Lucky
Well,
number
all you
7.
do is just reduce the amount of fuel you squirt in and drive. You know, I swear this is so that Exxon and OPEC and all these OPEC and everyone involved in that can make money, and a whole bunch of people get cuts out of this crap. I know as a fact we can run engines on alcohol. Like they're actually race cars that go the fastest on the planet.
Yeah.
Besides rockets.
They run low compression, so they can do that.
Yep. But
Right.
okay,
That's
let's
like a turbo.
But well, a turbo uses the exhaust of the car
Yeah,
to spin
yeah.
a turbine to pump air into the engine.
Yeah.
But why aren't we using alcohol?
Well,
Why?
they've got other technology. They've got even back 60 years ago, gaserators where it uses, because the fuel in itself is it flammable? It's the flame. It's the
Fumes.
the gas, the fumes.
Yeah, just like they say, you can throw a lit cigarette in gasoline, you'll be okay.
In a
but-
vacuum, if you could get a vacuum, and it wouldn't light. It's the fumes that's what's flammable.
Yes, that's
And
why
they've
you
come up with
aerosolize it when you
technology-
spray it.
And they've come up with that technology years and years ago where people make gaserators and they just run it straight off. Actually, you can YouTube it if you want to put that tinfoil hat on. You can run it
Yeah.
off the fumes and not the actual gas itself.
Well, no, the gasoline we do run off the fumes. Believe it or not,
It's just high pressure. It's under high pressure is what it ends up being.
well, that's how you detonate it is by squeezing it. Suck, squeeze, bang, blow.
Yes, I've seen that
Right.
porno too.
Yes. Yeah, intake, compression, ignition, exhaust. For a 4-stroke anyway. 2-stroke engines are weird.
Yeah.
It only
That's
takes
what
me
they
2
say.
strokes.
That's why your wife left you. Hey, Jim, you still beating your wife? Wait a minute, what? All right, what are we talking about?
Joe Manchin getting blockade by the people blocking him
His boat or his car.
His car, yeah. That was the other day.
Oh yeah.
Mansion.
Yeah.
They're putting this all on Mansion somehow.
Yeah, he got a Maserati, got blockade by fucking,
Oh, that's a nice car.
it was not anymore. The big
They
mass
fucked it
produced.
up.
Is by Chrysler, owned by Chrysler now.
Chrysler owns Maserati.
Yeah. Back in the day, the Maserati, what it is a Ferrari engine, tailor-made vehicle, and that's what made it expensive. Now it's just being mass produced. You can get a Maserati for 30, 40,000 now.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah, you
Really?
can buy a dealership. Yeah.
Is that why I've seen a couple
I don't know
Maseratis
if
lately?
brand new
Yeah.
one.
That's why you see a lot of Maserati lately. They're not what it used to be.
I assume that's just because I'm in Massachusetts. I see. I'm
I
not
heard- I
kidding
see in
you.
Virginia
No,
too.
I see 6 or 7 Teslas every
No
day.
deer.
Yeah, but how much to go for? Like 30, 40,000?
We'll take
Tesla?
You out.
Yeah.
Keep 'em 10.
Tesla starts at like 75.
Nope. Now they're cheaper.
Well, we have a McLaren dealership within 15 miles of my home.
Go check online how much the price
Here you
for
go. Here you go. A
Maserati.
2014 Maserati, 27,000.
No
See?
shit. I could buy a Maserati.
Yes, you
Here's a
can.
2019. It's 62,000, but it's 5K miles. Yep, you can buy one.
Yeah.
You'll buy one.
You can buy one, dude. But back in the day, the Maserati with the tailor-made vehicle.
Yeah, they were handmade and
They whatever you want on it, and that's what it cost like
So they became
$140,000.
a production vehicle, not
Yeah.
a custom
Yes.
order. Well, that's
Taylor.
what actually this, like I said, there's a McLaren dealership within like 20 miles of my door. McLaren is the most expensive production vehicle in terms of they make so many cars a year and
Yeah.
then try to sell them versus sell the cars and then build them.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like Ferrari gets an order, then they build a car.
Yeah.
The minivan I want is $50,000. Like, God damn it! And the Maserati is going for 30,000. I'm like, damn.
You should get
Yeah.
the family version of the Maserati.
No, that's why Ray's
Yeah.
wishing this happened like 15 years ago, so we could have bought the Maserati.
Yeah, I'll be like, all them a Maserati, but
Hey, that
Whatever.
logo on that with the
it's not. It's nice logo.
M with
trident?
little tridents.
Yeah, the Trident.
Yeah, the trident M, whatever you want to call it. Oh, it's beautiful.
It is a beautiful logo.
My Maserati does 185. I lost my license, so now I don't drive.
Then you stop. That's
Good
delegate for
to
Virginia.
be so far.
they're all over. They're all over Marketplace.
Yeah.
I never thought about buying a Maserati because I always assumed it was like a Lotus. You know what I mean?
Oh no,
Yeah.
no, they're down now. They're like not what they used to be.
Is that dude still tearing up 64 in his Lotus?
I have no
I
idea.
I never. I think
haven't
I
seen him
was
in a
too
while?
on bottom. Yeah, I never,
He used to tear up and down 64 every couple of weeks in that yellow Lotus.
mm.
You know the one I'm talking about, right? You've seen him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, I know the wife's seen him before.
Yeah.
You see him on 64 in a $150,000 car. You're like, holy crap. Did Kathy go home or go to, I'm sorry, bed?
Yeah, she went home.
Yeah, she went home.
She left you behind Pensacola.
She went inside. She got cold.
So that's why it's so warm down there. You're in Florida.
Yeah.
Wife's family's from the Orlando family area.
Okay.
Yeah, you could own a 2005 Lotus Elise for 35,000.
What?
Okay, but that's a 15-year-old used
A 2-door coupe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for a new one.
That's what I'm saying. Is even a used old one is expensive.
It's
Is
still-
a new
yeah.
car price.
Yeah.
I'd love to drive a Maserati or a Lotus. But dear God,
I drive a Porsche. An old Porsche.
really?
An old one. A 356, A or B? Old.
I don't know. They made a couple of nice 911s.
Yeah,
like the
they got
911s,
nice
yeah.
911s.
Everyone seems to like the Carrera. There's nothing wrong with it, but I don't know. I
Yeah.
never thought it was that beautiful a car.
I don't either. You got the 944, the poor man's Porsche.
Yeah,
944.
you say poor man's. It still takes a rich man to buy that car.
Dude, imagine buying 944 and your friends like, are you poor, dude?
The poor man is when he buys a Fiera and then he rips the engine out and drops a Ferrari engine in it. And you can buy a kit, actually a body kit that makes it look like a Ferrari too. For the
Yeah.
Fieros. Have you seen this guy that's apparently Tesla's as bad as like Ferrari and Lamborghini in terms of you're not allowed to work on our car?
Rich rebuilds. Is that what you're talking about?
Maybe the guy who like dropped a diesel engine in or
he
or
dro-
Corvette
yeah.
engine
Yep, Corvette engine. Yeah.
in a Tesla.
How'd that go?
Elon Musk, his butt hurt so bad.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm making this cool. From now on, we're calling him Butt Hurt Kurt.
But hurt Kurt.
And anyone whose butt hurts is Butt Hurt Kurt. This is
Not
gonna be the new.
Karen.
This is the new Karen.
See, the only thing I don't like about like Teslas and stuff, like you cannot work on it, and there's a ladder.
I'm terrified
I
to work
would-
on a Tesla.
Yeah, because you could get shocked, electrocuted
You'll
by
die.
this thing.
You'll die.
Yeah, like you make one little mistake trying to change the light bulb of this thing, you're gonna get shocked or something.
Not even that. You could just touch two different parts of the car from underneath it
Yeah,
and touch the wrong two parts and take an amp across your heart.
that's the only issue I got with electronic vehicles like that.
I got
Battery
a bunch
power.
of I got a bunch of ASE automotive or
But these,
American Society of Engineers ASE automotive
Certification.
stuff. Yeah, well, basically, I was the guy who was certified to do your car inspection.
okay,
I
you
was
just said at the
certified to do
beginning.
certain things for your vehicles.
When can you do my inspection?
Well, I'm not
Brian
certified.
needs his undercarriage inspected.
I bet he does, and I'm all set because I am not in the Navy doing brake escort anymore.
you could have squatted, Brian.
You could have
That's what
squatted.
he's got
Yeah.
a wife for. Is that normal? No, you should see a doctor.
No, get closer. Look.
Yeah.
Put a finger on it. Put a finger on it. See what happens.
I think that's our show.
It
Is
is.
it?
I thought I want to talk more about Rittenhouse, but I didn't know how to do it without having a ton of audio and trying to bring video in.
Okay.
That's we need to hire somebody that know how to do it.
We need a producer.
Yeah, we need to diversify the hiring in this show.
Nobody's been hired yet.
Hey, make sure you
It'll be
get
our
one of the
first
sticky
hire.
guys.
It's a diversity hire.
By the
Get one of
way,
the sticky guys. They look like they're doing a good job.
that commercial that Facebook keeps offering me for free is about to expire.
Okay.
I might use it. It's a
All
free
right.
commercial.
It's a free boost.
Yeah, free boost. Exactly. It's a
Yeah.
commercial. But the problem is if it works really good, I might want to start doing it. And
That's how they get you with crack too.
yeah, well, I mean, we're not profitable, so we can't afford commercials. But you don't get profitable without advertising.
Let's
Yeah.
Oh, are you
Basically
guys a
pivot-
301?
whore
You guys a
yourself.
301c? Are you a nonprofit?
No, yeah.
You're just not profitable at all.
Yeah,
No,
we're not
we're not even asking for money.
we like the
Well, yeah,
hookers
well,
on the
yeah.
street. You barely can make it.
Well, yeah, we really just recorded what we just did and then hit publish. That's what we're doing. What's even crazier though is that people listen to us every week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've heard
two guys
world
from India.
renowned.
Two guys from
Apparently,
India.
dude.
Internationally known.
Yeah,
You guys are international men of mystery, is what you
my
are.
Australian buddy, he actually sends me a picture every couple of weeks of him. I'm about to listen to the show and sends me a picture of like a beer in his hand. I was like, that's really cool, you know? But apparently Australians love watching American politics. It's like daytime TV for them.
Okay.
You need to get him on and talk about gun control.
Oh, we
Oh,
spoke about that actually last time he was on.
Yeah, the whole show was about Australia. And
Yeah, we
COVID
actually did an extra show because of it.
lockdown.
Well, we had a whole show set up. And then we got this guy on to tell us what was going on in Australia.
He told us,
Hey.
do not let go of the Second Amendment. Like, thank you.
Yeah. He
Like,
made
do
a big
not
deal.
let,
It's
whatever
like,
happens, do not let go of your Second Amendment. Whatever you do not let go of it.
he used to make a ton of jokes. It was like, oh, you Americans eat guns, you're a bunch of pussies. And now, exactly, now he's like, I wish I still had a rifle and a shotgun, you know?
Oh my. Wow.
Well, no, they're being arrested for sneezing
Oh,
in
yeah.
elevators.
Yeah.
You walk outside without a mask, arrested.
It's very Orwellian.
Uh-huh.
They got this weird thing that like you have to you get a message from the government, you have to respond within 20 minutes with a picture of yourself that's geolocated so they know that you're home.
I'll give him a picture of myself.
Oh yeah.
That dick.
Yeah. Hey, no.
Flies eyes.
Every
little
chocolate
bubblegum.
starfish is unique, just like a fingerprint, right?
Little brown-eyed wink.
Exactly. Wink it at him.
Some old man's tongue.
Oh my god, it's
And if you
I
wanted to
think
contact
this
us,
is-
you can contact us at the Jeffrey and Brian Show at gmail.com.
we're supposed to do this at the beginning.
We had to do it at the beginning, the middle, of the end. See,
No,
Jeffrey,
that's
we
the
need to
problem
hire.
is I need to put this shit in the Google Doc.
Yeah.
We never had this issue. We had diversity hire. Telling you guys,
That's what
telling
it
you
is.
guys.
So we need like a half Asian somebody or something.
I don't get it. Brian, where's your ticket torch? You dark. I cannot see your face. Where's the
Sorry.
ticket torch? I need to send you money to Home Depot to buy ticket torch.
When does Youngkin take office, by the way?
January
15th.
15th.
Oh,
I'm going
look
over
out.
there.
I see right
I'm
now.
going.
You're going
You're
to
actually going to the inauguration?
Yeah,
Uh-oh. Don't go walk into the Capitol.
Are you going to have your tiki torch?
of course. Diversity.
Where-
I'm gonna have sign diversity hire.
Hey, speak with the thickest accent you can.
I don't know how to make it, dude. Like, oh,
Oh,
I don't know.
trust
Honestly,
me,
I don't know.
your accent's thick enough, dude.
because I'm drinking.
Oh, really? That's what brings it out?
Probably,
That's
You know,
what
yeah.
brings yours out.
I was about to talk trash. Like it does the same thing to me, but I'm also living in Boston, the Boston area again.
Yeah, you eating your R's.
The odds are getting real bad. But even in
Yeah.
Virginia, they got bad when I was drinking, didn't they?
Yeah.
But they're worse now. Actually,
Mm.
my accent now is worse than it was when I left the area.
Mm.
Just like the wife, she keeps getting this weird southern drawl that's not from where she grew up. And it comes and goes, and it's funny, but you know, it's just I don't know. That's language centers in the brain are weird. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like my Boston accent got thicker than it was.
Okay.
Yeah, thicker than when I left the area.
Say Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Okay.
Well,
Cool
you
Whip.
thought it was going to be Stewie Cool Whip?
Yeah. What are you eating your H? Cool Whip.
Boston
about
used to have balls.
How would you say Weeping Willow?
Oh, weeping willows live everywhere up here.
Did they really?
Yeah, oh yeah, they're beautiful.
Oh wow.
Apple trees everywhere. Oh my god, dude. bust out your phone and look up where to go apple picking.